me see. Where the freak am I at? Are you freaking kidding me? Yes, sir. We'll take it. We take it. We'll take it. Okay, let's see.
Is 2026 the year of the video game sidekick? Grace had Leon to bail her out in Resident... Resident Evil Requiem. Hugh had Diana to hack killbots for him in Pragmata, and now Swordmaster Emma has very good boy Ku to bring a bit of magical aid to her crossbow and blade in Beast of Reincarnation. At a recent Bilibili Game First Look event in Shanghai, I got to go hands-on with the first 2 hours of the stunning post-apocalyptic action RPG from Game Freak, the development team best known for being at the helm of the Pokemon series for the past 3 decades. I'm happy to report that based on the opening chapter of Beast of Reincarnation's story, Game Freak seems to have successfully switched from catching 'em all to violently dispatching 'em all in this addictive new adventure that follows a deadly dynamic duo.
Cool. Let's go.
Beast of Reincarnation hooked me from minute 1. Its story opens smack bang in the middle of a war zone and wastes little time in introducing the core combat concepts. Faced with hordes of blighted beasts that are the result of fauna fusing with flora, imagine Pokemon's Bulbasaur in his absolute angriest evolution, Emma can pull off fast sword-slashing combo attacks, as well as parries to open up her gnarly enemies to satisfyingly grisly finishing moves. Additionally, Emma's opening loadout comes with a crossbow strapped to her wrist, allowing her to take out flying foes at range with rapid-fire bursts that feel supremely responsive. So far, so fairly standard. However, it's the inclusion of Emma's loyal dog companion Ku that adds a satisfyingly tactical twist to Beast of Reincarnation's predominantly blade-based melee system. Ku will automatically attack the enemies in Emma's vicinity with a range of bites and tail whips, but with a tap of a button the battlefield is briefly suspended in super slow motion, allowing you to choose from up to 6 different special abilities at Ku's disposal in order to gain the upper hand against the enemy hordes. I spent much of my hands-on with Beast of Reincarnation blasting enemies with fireballs from my furry little friend, but I was also able to draw roots up out of the ground to shatter the shields of more heavily armed opponents, and even tangle around the ankles of some of the bigger beasts I faced, binding them to the spot and allowing me to sneak in a few sword strikes with Emma's katana while the monster struggled to be free. What's neat is how Emma's and Ku's unique abilities are strengthened by the special bond they share. Each of Ku's attacks requires a specific number of fluorescence points to pull off, effectively like using mana or magic points in a JRPG, and the only way you can earn those points is by nailing parries with Emma's sword. Thus, parrying attacks is paramount. But thankfully, the timing window for parries feels quite generous, so don't feel like you'll need to be a hard-tuned action RPG aficionado to be able to pull off Emma's throat-cutting counters. And to be clear, Beast of Reincarnation's difficulty can be dropped down or ratcheted up at any moment via the pause menu. Equally, Ku's attacks give Emma some welcome buffs in return. For example, whenever Ku blasts his fireball attack at an enemy, every hit that lands successfully will recover a small percentage of her total.
Yeah.
HP.
So is she coming now? Or no?
If you manage to nail the on-screen QuickTime
she
events
coming
that
in the
trigger as
morning?
each of Ku's attacks are deployed, that will replenish an even more substantial chunk of Emma's health bar. This was admittedly fairly easy to do during the opening stretch of the game, but I was told that the QuickTime events will become more elaborate as Ku's attacks. Equally, Ku's attacks give Emma some welcome buffs in return. For example, whenever Ku blasts his fireball attack at an enemy,
My audio. What? Why are you doing this to me? Yes, I know so many things are open, but
every hit that lands successfully will recover a small percentage of her total HP. If you manage to nail the on-screen QuickTime events that trigger as each of Ku's attacks are deployed, that will replenish an even more substantial chunk of Emma's health bar. This was admittedly fairly easy to do during the opening. Substantial Ku's attacks are deployed, that will replenish an even more substantial chunk of Emma's health bar. This was admittedly fairly easy to do during the opening stretch of the game, but I was told that the QuickTime events will become more elaborate as Ku's attacks grow more powerful.
You see that abandoned village ahead.
spoilers.
I suggest you
Chill
search
out.
for clues there
IGN.
first.
Chill out.
Once I'd battled through the action-packed but ultimately linear opening stretch, Emma and Ku were unleashed into Beast of Reincarnation's post-apocalyptic slice of Japan. To be clear, there isn't an open world to explore here. However, Beast of Reincarnation's story is set across multiple quarantine zones, each a sprawling sandbox packed with secrets to find, a variety of enemies to encounter both monstrous and mechanical, and a single major boss beast to track down and eliminate. Given that my time with the story was short, I decided to focus on completing the main objectives. But I certainly felt the pull to explore the ruins of the Oguchi buffer zone's landscape, with the numerous collapsed structures and rusted out mechs that littered the horizon just begging to be more closely examined. Actually maneuvering your way around the wilds of Beast of Reincarnation is a consistent blast. In what might be the best use of a video game heroine's hairdo since Bayonetta's magical mane was first let loose from her ponytail, Emma can use her hair in a number of interesting
have a
ways to
banger
find new
on
paths
our
through her
hands,
surroundings.
man.
Her
It's a
fabulous
banger.
follicles bind together to form solid vines that can whip her to distant ledges like a grappling hook.
Banger. That's super dope.
But they can also form temporary stilts beneath her feet whenever you hold down the jump button, giving her a boost up to out-of-reach places like a pair of Air Jordans.
Air
However, my
Jordans.
favourite use of
I got
Emma's
my Air
tricked out
Jordans,
tresses is her
he
ability
said.
to form log-like platforms in front of her
Sounds
by holding
hard,
down
bro.
the right trigger. Not only is this useful for creating bridges across gaps in the terrain, but I found it to be a great way to get the jump on groups of enemies I spotted wandering the world. By scrambling up to a vantage point and beaming out a bridge in the air over their heads, I was able to drop down for satisfying stealth attacks and tear robot sentries to shards of scrap before they'd even noticed I was there.
voice box is just so
Meanwhile,
funny,
Ku
bro.
isn't just a battle-ready buddy, he's equally as useful outside of combat. Not only does he alert Emma to any enemies nearby,
Is someone there, Ku?
but he also sniffs out
Is
item
there
crates that
someone
contain
there,
everything
Ku?
from crafting ingredients to armor sets and
What does that
weapons.
mean?
Do you have something, Ku?
Oftentimes it's not enough just to locate
Really
these
good.
treasure chests though, since many of the ones I found remain trapped behind shuttered doors or required me to solve combination locks in order to open them, suggesting the need for some environmental puzzle solving that I didn't have time to slow down for during my hands-on. Although in hindsight, I probably should have made the time to properly scavenge for those optional goodies, because I went into Beast of Reincarnation's first boss fight a little underleveled, and got absolutely trounced by an enormous mutant stag.
Keep moving. It might seem a lumbering giant, but it's something extraordinary.
This was the first of the Nushi, the corrupted mega beasts that are unique to each zone of the map, and I initially struggled to parry the powerful swiping attacks of its antlers and the deadly spikes it shot from afar,
This game
leading me to
hard,
swift
man.
deaths in my first couple of attempts.
Battery. Battery.
Thankfully, on my
You must
third try, I
battery.
located a campfire overlooking the monster's lakeside lair, complete with a strong box containing chainmail armor to boost my defense. And I was finally able to lock in and defeat the deadly deer with a
able to
combination of
lock
counters, Ku's support abilities, and some well-placed shots from the long-range bow I'd swiped from a dying robot earlier.
Good for you.
It felt truly triumphant to topple this rampaging Rudolph, but my celebrations were sadly short-lived. Though the battle was won, the war wasn't over, and the wounded monster retreated to its lair, likely to be encountered again later in the story.
It's retreating.
No.
Back to its...
Super dope. A new controller. Oh, I think I need another one. The best thumbsticks in gaming history. That is a body ass controller. I don't know why.
私一人で殲滅できるもん
Exploration, but there's clearly quite a lot more going on beneath the surface. And I don't just mean deep within one of the numerous underground bunkers I was able to rummage around in during my hands-on. At a number of times, my mission objectives would lead me back to Emma and Ku's mobile base of operations, which was kind of like Death Stranding 2's DHV Magellan, only with fewer A-list actresses posing for photos. It's here that you can hose the blood off Ku's fur and arrange your loadout for your next objective, but at least during the story's opening hours, it's also where some playable flashbacks are triggered in order to flesh out the backstory behind how Beast of Reincarnation's post-apocalyptic world came to be. I'm hesitant to reveal too much about these sections for fear of story spoilers, but I will say that I enjoyed discovering the dramatic circumstances in which Emma and Ku first met and formed their unbreakable bond
That's cool. That is super cool.
during a battle. We don't have to wait long to find out if the thrills of Beast stretches forced me to really get to grips with the basics of Beast of Reincarnation's swordplay, since I wasn't always able to lean on my magical man's best friend to bail me out during a battle. We don't have to wait long to find out if the thrills of Beast of Reincarnation's companion-based combat, terrific traversal mechanics, and imposing boss fights will go the distance. Since Game
Will it
Freak's
go
action
the
RPG is set
distance?
to arrive on
I
PlayStation
believe
5,
it will
Xbox
go the
Series X
distance.
and
Do you
S,
see the
and
gameplay?
PC on August 4th. There's
It's
still
real.
a lot to
It's
dig
raw.
into here, from its skill trees to crafting
It's
and
raw.
cooking systems, but based on its opening hours, I can say that Beast of Reincarnation
cooked raw.
has already got its claws into me. And before you ask,
Can't
yes,
be
you
overcooked.
can absolutely
It
pat
must
the
be
dog.
cooked raw.
For more IGN previews, check out our hands-ons with Monster Fantasy and Resonance of Plague Tale Legacy, and for everything else,
Clap it up
stick
for
with
this
IGN.
one. I was hyped for this one, and this one showed. This one showed. Hit him with the promising. That's alright. They suck. They spill anyway. Yes. Roll. must be roll with it. Roll. Alright, man. Alright, man. What else we got, man?
Forty may not sound like a lot at first, but imagine 40 versions of your favorite car, the Honda Accord, or 40 dogs, 40 buttons, 40 missed calls from your mom, 40 ways to say congrats, or better yet, being recognized 40 times as one of Car and Driver's 10 best.
I saw this one way earlier. This was gonna be fire.
After the blockbuster success of Black Myth Wukong and with the enticing Phantom Blade Zero waiting to strike on the horizon, it's clear that Chinese developed action RPGs are having a bit of a moment. The latest
having a
contender to
moment,
step into the
for
spotlight
sure.
with its sword unsheathed is Sword Sage Awakening. And at a recent Billy Game
this
First
combat
Look event
going
in Shanghai,
crazy.
I got to go hands-on with this sort
Yeah,
of
this is some
Souls-like
Wu
from
Chang
Chinese indie studio Sword Panda. I came away largely impressed by Sword Sage Awakening's unique Bruce Lee-inspired combat system, even if it did force me to quickly unlearn
inspired.
everything I thought I knew about
Yeah,
the
man, the
fighting fundamentals of the
Wukong games are
genre.
winning right now, bro. They're giving it to us.
Full disclosure, I am not a Souls-like expert. Yes, I've
And this
dabbled
dude
here and
is
there in the likes
not
of
a
Sekiro and
Souls-like
Lies of P,
expert,
and
he
yes, like
says.
millions of others, I've beaten both Elden Ring and its story expansion because I felt emboldened by the freedom its open world provided
He
in
felt
terms of picking from
emboldened
battles in all directions,
by the
rather than
frenzy
repeatedly butting my head
flame.
up against regular walls that block my progression. At any rate, I feel as though I've played enough of this style of action RPG
Clap
to
it
know
up
that
for
you often
gaming
spend
right
just
now,
as much
bro.
time dodge rolling
They're
out of
turned
harm's
up for
way
me right now,
as you
man.
do actually dealing damage to each enemy. Sword Sage does things differently.
Sword
There
Sage.
is no button to
Ooh,
dodge roll,
she's
as much as my
fire,
thumb
bro.
instinctively tries to
She's
find it during the
fire.
opening encounters of my 2-hour hands-on.
She's fire,
In
bro.
fact,
This
there's no button to
they
parry
made the
enemy
combat way
attacks
better
either.
than when I first
Instead,
saw
the
this
developers have taken
alpha.
inspiration from the martial art developed by Bruce Lee.
It's like
Jeet
so
Kune Do,
clean and
which
crispy
literally
now.
translates
The
to a way
graphics ain't
of
even
the
turned up or
intersecting
nothing. It's
fist.
just
Basically,
the
the
combat
philosophy
is so...
behind it is that the most ideal time to hit an opponent is when they're initiating an attack against you.
Wow. Bruce Lee inspired.
Although its battles are fought with blades instead of bare
They're trying to
knuckles,
teach you how to
success
relax.
in Sword Sage very much relies on this core combat principle. In the split second before an enemy
Okay,
strikes,
yeah.
you need to
This
read
is
their
my
posture
shit,
and
bro.
match it with your
You can look it
evading
up, Zach. It's
counter
called
by
Sword
holding the block
Sage.
button and thrusting the right thumbstick in
This
the
is my type of
appropriate
shit, bro.
direction.
They
Up if they're
cook.
swinging high, down if they're swinging low, and to the left or right if they're aiming at your midsection. Nail the timing and direction, and you'll trigger a counterattack to open up the enemy's stance and allow you to unleash a rapid combo or special attack unique to the sword you're wielding. Alternatively, you can just block attacks with your blade as well, unless they're of the unblockable variety from one of Sword Sage's more imposing foes. But shielding yourself with your sword chips away at its durability. Allow it to shatter, and it needs to be reforged in the weapon chest slung around the shoulders of Sword Sage's heroine, forcing you to switch to her second blade while your primary weapon regenerates over a period of time. Thus, mastering Sword Sage's
It's the girl
evade and
Liza
counter
P,
system
bro, but
is
she
key.
Chinese.
In the words of the developers, you must evade the steal and return for Scarlet.
But it might
as
be
in the
better.
freshly drawn cards of your opponent.
Oh my god, this combat is crazy, bro. Oh god, that combat is crazy
Battery's
fast, bro.
I've got light khaki, khaki and red and khaki and khaki.
Khaki, khaki.
Holy man, this one right here.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This one right here has me like on the edge of my seat with it, bro. Like she's like, her movement is like fucking Bruce Lee
Discover a
mixed
better
with
kind of
Spider-Man
backyard
mixed
water
with fucking.
experience. One that combines fitness.
I don't know, man.
That's not to say that all of Sword Sage felt foreign to me. Fans of From Software games will feel right at home with its structure. with levels that twist and turn and loop back around on
Wow,
themselves, allowing you to
Wukong
unblock
maps.
doors and drop ladders to create shortcuts to skip
Insanity.
regenerated enemy groups or return to previous
That's
save
so
points.
fire.
In this instance, the campfires of
Day
Sword
one
Sage
purchase,
are
man.
benches
Day
carved
one
from a
purchase.
tree stump and manned by an
Sword
adorable
Sage.
red panda who serves you tea to rejuvenate
It don't
your
gotta
health
look
bar
good.
and also helps you craft
You
various
just gotta
consumables
play
for
good
temporary
and
combat
feel
buffs and
good.
the like.
哎，老北子，
There are also countless areas where you'll be lured into attempting a sneak attack on an enemy guard with his back turned, only to be ambushed by a lunging strike from an unseen foe lurking in your blind spot, which is a signature move straight from the From Software book of playing pranks on players. Similarly, on other occasions I took a wrong turn and came face to face with an entirely optional badass standing eerily still, exuding that intimidating sense of calm that lets you know he's going to put up one heck of a fight and you should probably
Hey,
just
somebody cook
fly.
here. Somebody cook. Somebody cook this stuff.
There were plenty of nice surprises too, like treasure chests that remained sealed shut, until I puzzled my way to finding a series of glyphs in the environment to unlock them.
Somebody cooked with this one. Shout out to
Other
Sword
times I was amused to
Sage.
discover rival enemy factions
They
at
cook.
war with one another. Sometimes I'd sit back and watch or
This
calmly
is straight
sneak
out of
past,
Wu
while other
Chang,
times I'd
bro.
step in for a few cheap
This is
kills
the
in
Wu-
order to
this
snag
is the new
myself
Wu
some
Chang,
vital
bro.
crafting resources.
But it's better. It's faster.
These
a
incidental
one-handed
encounters made Sword
sworder.
Sage's world feel alive, and not like it was just full of enemies who had nothing better to do than sit on their hands until I arrived. Still, it's Sword Sage's combat that intrigues me the most. I'll admit that it took me quite a large chunk of my hands-on
bosses are
time to properly
unique
get
as
the grips with the
freak,
evade
bro.
and counter system, and even then I
Holy.
struggled with it from time to time, especially once I reached boss encounters that demand mastery of the style due to their unblockable blows.
That's fine, bro. I love that. Oh!
These criticals,
Run it back. She flexing. She flexing on a nigga, bro.
These critical strikes do give you an additional on-screen clue to indicate their incoming
Bro,
direction.
she's Bruce Lee
but
with
since
a
these
sword,
prompts
bro.
are Chinese symbols,
She's
it
turned.
took me a while to properly learn how to interpret them. The developers
Really
later
teach
told
you
me
new
that the option
combat.
to change them to basic arrows will be a feature in Sword Sage's final release. In the moments that I really got into a flow with it though, it felt absolutely exhilarating.
Another
By the time I
banger.
reached Sword Sage's first properly challenging boss fight, I felt far more comfortable anticipating the lumbering demon's heavy blows and gradually chipping away at its lengthy health bar.
Cool.
I still digress.
What's up?
Challenging in a Souls-like sort of way, it doesn't necessarily have to be. Developer Sword Panda hasn't taken an unwavering get
Brady,
good
you
or
say
get
you
lost
don't have
approach
time
to
for
its game
movies. What are you
design
talking
like
about?
From Software is famous for.
He was just saying.
Instead, it's included some optional training wheels should you find that your swordplay isn't quite cutting it. To be clear, there is only one difficulty setting. in
Well, I
Sword
mean,
Sage
we
Awakening.
were thinking
However,
now,
once you've
like
died
with
3
the
times
the
in the story,
baffleness
whether
that you
that's
have,
several
that
hours
you
deep
won't have
into the
time to watch
adventure
that
or as
movie
early
that
as
you're
its
over here
opening
telling us
minutes.
about. But maybe you will. Maybe you will have to watch
You
it.
get 2 special talismans added to your kit bag. One allows you
No
to evade and counter
criticism,
no matter
man.
which direction
No
you push the
criticism.
stick, while the other makes life even easier since it grants you the ability to automatically counter simply by holding the block button.
This
It's worth noting
game
that these
is
buffs
too
are
hard,
permanent.
bro.
You can
It's
swap
too
them out of
hard.
your loadout at any time, like every other talisman in the campaign. So if you
Every
feel
time
like
he
you're ready
says
to retry
something,
Sword Sage's combat
I'm
as it's
saying he's
intended
wrong.
deeper into the adventure, you're welcome to disable them later on. With the clock ticking on my
He didn't
hands
say
on time,
anything. What
I
does
have
he
no
mean?
shame in
Yeah, I thought it
admitting that
was
I
me,
equipped the
Brady.
auto-evade
I actually
talisman
thought
in
it
order
was
to topple
just
the
me.
demo's intensely challenging final boss. To my surprise, it was still pretty enjoyable. Largely that Sword Panda has gone to these lengths to make Sword Sage's challenging sword play
Man,
approachable to a
Sword
broader
Sage
set of
Awakening
players.
is on the list, my guy.
There's still much to learn about Sword Sage Awakening. I'm told that
Sword
its finished campaign will be around
Sage
15 hours long, And there's all kinds of
Awakening.
weapon modifications
I'm
and
over
magical
here,
powers
like,
to
nigga,
tailor
I'm
your
over here
playstyle
watching
with,
the
but I
best
wasn't really
video
able to
I've
dig into
watched
till
all
my
week.
hands on.
Because
It doesn't have a
FGTA,
release window either,
and I'm having a
but
good
given that the team
time.
behind it
I'm
told me
live
the
on the
development was only
stream,
about
and it's like
60%
he over there
complete,
saying shit
and
like
that's
that.
certainly
It's like, I
showing
don't know if they
PC
can
versions
hear him,
occasionally
but
rough performance. I wouldn't anticipate
like, I
it
already
arriving
checked on
until
my
sometime
phone, bro,
next
but
year.
it's like, y'all,
based off
you
my
can
time
kind of
with
hear
it
y'all
so
in the
far,
background,
when
but
Sword
not
Sage Awakening
really,
does
you know?
eventually arrive, it will be one
It's probably a way I can
action
turn
RPG
y'all
that I
up and
certainly
shit,
won't be
but
sidestepping.
it's
For more
like,
IGN previews, check out our
bro,
hands-ons with Beast
this
of Reincarnation
game.
and 100 Nights Defu, and for everything else, stick with IGN.
Oh my god. Just picking those words. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, why is he like, bro has time to doom scroll and know about the movies, but it's like, dude, you just said you don't have time for that. He said he might not even watch Doomsday. So I'm like, bro, be putting like the he can't do this negative like mindset on everything he talks about. And I'm just like, bro. You know what I mean? It's like there's no backing it up, Zach. And I just be like, bro, if you can't back it up, then you're cooked, bro. You know what I mean?
The skies will clot.
Like there's no
Our
why for
shedding
what he's doing.
seas make piles
Damn.
of rot.
I gotta go watch Matt, man.
Hi everyone. 저는 아이언2 글로벌 퍼블리싱을 담당.
What's up?
아이언2로 풀어낸 타이틀입니다. 쉽게 말하면
Yeah, no, he's saying it's everybody. I was like, I thought it's just me that's hard on your ass about this shit.
And the team played that.
One plan.
I
one
thought it was
price.
just me that's hard on his
Introducing
ass about
Simplicity
this.
from Verizon.
Alright, man. I got a 12 fucking minute video I gotta watch on the relic right now. 12 minutes of gameplay. A third game in a row that I am reacting to right now, Zach. That is just absolutely finna be fire. What you talking about? Talking about me? No, look, no, it's cool. I'm live streaming it right now, just reacting to it live, letting it play. That's all I really can do right now. You feel me? It's like I would have to record it. I would have to record it. I could have hit record, but I'd be forgetting to do that shit. But the point is, the reaction video to these 3 games are gonna be sitting there as if it's alive, like I'm playing a game, but I'm not playing a game. It's not. My thumbnail says the name of the game. Okay? But it's like the one game that I didn't even put in my description is the one that I was like, holy shit, this is fucking fire, bro. You know what I mean? I was baffled. I was baffled. But it's like, yeah, I do realize that the shorts are going to be like We're back, man. We're back. I'm finna react to a highly anticipated game. For me. And they got a 12-minute trailer, bro. 12 minutes of gameplay they finna give me. Let's see how good it is. Let's see how good it is.
Hello, this is Project
It
Cloud
looks rough. It looks rough. I'm not gonna lie.
Today, through
but it also looks good, bro.
I'd like to show you the exploration and the traces left behind in this world.
Oh no.
The world of the relic is filled with various field events. As players explore the world, they encounter the traces of those who once lived here. Some stories are not tales of great heroes. They begin
What's up?
with desire, regret, and the choices
I don't know
of
if this
ordinary
relic gonna be all that. The relic might be.
Some of the stories in this world are
Boss
inspired
fights, I feel
by
like are gonna be so
tradition,
turned
Korean
up because the
folktales, and
graphics look
legends.
mid. Like they're so
They may feel
mid
familiar,
medium.
yet they remain very different in this world.
Really, I would say the graphics are low. They're not even medium low key. They're like as low as they can go.
A man from a neighboring village claimed he had dropped his axe and received one of gold in return. The tale spread faster than wind through pine. After that day, axes began to fall into the pond. I was a woodcutter. At least, I once was. A full day's labor did not shorten my debts. Just once. Only once. That thought weighed more heavily than the axe itself. The pond gave no answer, yet none of us left. Someone said, "It tests our desire." So we waited longer. The calluses on our palms began to soften. Footprints gathered instead along the pond's edge. The mountain remains thick with trees, but fewer are felled. Sometimes the water trembles. Someone will whisper, "I saw a glimmer tonight." That one word is enough to cast away another day. The water never returned anything. I believed I had cast my axe away, but it was not iron that sank. It was the day. Time does not rise again like a golden blade from still water.
The pond took nothing. The mountain never once disappeared. Yet instead of their axes, they cast away their own time. They cast away a day.
Wait, what? You talking to me? Oh, alright.
Then another day. And so they cast away their lives. The golden axe never rose, and the time that sank cannot be drawn.
This game is so cinema, but at the same time, the graphics are so turned down. It's like,
We've
you
just
gotta respect
obtained
it.
a sealing stone by completing this event.
They put
Through
time into that.
exploration and events, players can discover various sealing stones. Some are hidden deep within the wilderness. Others remain at the end of forgotten stories. Each sealing stone is connected to its own dungeon, leading players toward new places and long-forgotten secrets. Let's head to the dungeon connected to the sealing stone we just obtained. Along the way, players may discover remnants of an ancient power. People once called it
To me,
relic
this is
energy.
better than Crimson Desert. Like it
Relic
is,
energy
but it ain't.
is
Like
an
it's less
important
is
resource
more.
used for character
For the most
progression.
part.
Every location holds the life and memories of someone who once lived there.
In my childhood, my father was a giant who ruled the flame. The arms that struck heated iron were firm as fortress walls. Standing behind him, no beast in this world frightened me.
They're holding back. They don't want to show
I
me a
would
boss
cling
fight.
to his broad back.
They're trying to say you gotta play the game slow. And I respect that.
When we are children, our parents seem like giants.
This is better than Crimson Desert, bro. Fuck that.
When I returned from a long campaign, he
Less
still
is
stood
more.
before the forge. But the spark leapt lower than before. His hair had thinned, his back bore a slight curve. He rose to greet me, and his knee faltered. I rushed to steady him.
But one day, we realized even giants grow old.
His apron bore countless holes and burns. They were not marks of time alone.
Clap it up! They got the music going on
While
in
he
this
forged
thing,
the
bro.
armor I now wore. I had believed him strong by nature. I had never considered that he might feel pain.
Some struggle to move forward. Others spend their own years lighting the path ahead.
He still said, I can forge one more blade. Yet the hand that held the hammer paused for a breath.